Sven, tell me about some of the applications you see both in building or in home and out of home for the 60 gig.
Okay, so like Wi-Fi, there are a lot of applications here. We're focused on the mobile, so I'll start with those applications. When you have WiGig within a mobile device, you're essentially able to take your video at a very high resolution, we're talking 4K and beyond, and you can stream it up to your display. And this is instantaneous. There's no latency like you have with today's Wi-Fi. And so what that means, it's not only showing 4K movies up to your display, but as well you can game. And so the latency becomes key there when you're gaming. When you pull the trigger, the other guy gets shot. When you turn the wheel, the car turns left. If you have latency, you're not going to have a great gaming experience. So as well, how do you bring this kind of content on your mobile device? These are large files. 4K video is huge. Well, what's great is you could have sort of a kiosk, sort of like the movie kiosk that we see distributing DVDs today at retail centers, at the airport. And there you'll be able to approach, pull down, a very high resolution movie in moments, seconds literally, or let's say full DVD of a game. And that'll come in just seconds on your phone, use hardly any power, and then you're free to use it from your phone or again, approach a display, stream it up there. So that's another great one for mobile. We've also seen a little bit talk about access points becoming relevant. Access point we traditionally look at, serving my whole home and my garage and my backyard. We keep pulling out the requirements there. Wi-Fi's done a good job keeping up. But access points sort of within the room. As you have fiber come into your home, you may expect fiber quality networking, multi-gigabit networking, which today is a bit hard to grasp, but like in this studio there's a gigabit. Why can't you have gigabit in every room?
We're wondering the same thing.
Yeah.
And what we hear is that you get gig to the NID, and then you got to make sure your computers are gig compatible. You got to make sure your router.
Right.
So, for example, AT&T brought gig into our space here, but guess what? The router they installed is not an AC router.
Exactly.
So they're coming out with an AC router, but fundamentally you go each step of the food chain, and all these devices have to be gig compatible.
Right. So access points, we're looking forward to that. Anytime you add a node to a new technology, a new segment, product segment, that's exciting for devices or people that are making devices. It's more points for users to connect. It makes more applications come out. It lets the people developing applications create new ways that we make semiconductor devices. Our creativity is not limited, but we don't go as far out as these apps guys go. So we're looking forward to every new node. Outside the home, there's actually here at South by Southwest, we see Google Fiber talking about using 60 gigahertz for sort of backhaul. Now, what that would mean is, today as they're deploying fiber out to homes, everybody's very excited about that here in Austin, very anxious. But this could mean trenching through your neighbor's driveway to get fiber to your home. Very unpopular method of deploying. And today what we have to most homes is going to be copper, and you want fiber optic. You don't have to have fiber optic if you have 60 gigahertz. We could serve multiple homes from one base station, let's say up on a light pole. Nobody gets their yard trenched, and because we use beamforming, that pole's waving in the wind, that's okay. We can steer around that. Okay. So it's going to be a big deal, we think, for the backhaul, or what we're trying to call 5G, right?
Right.
So that's what we're looking at.
Great, thank you.
Yeah, thanks a lot.